Unfortunately, most people around the world don't know much about Lithuania. In some ways, this is a blessing, since the beautiful old towns and city centers of the country are never too busy in the same way as perhaps London, Paris, and Amsterdam. While it's nice for residents and the tourists that do know about Lithuania, I'm sure the country's tourism organizations would love to change this. So if you're only now finding out about Lithuania and are considering it for a place to visit, here are 15 things that will give you a broad introduction to the country and its recent history. So let's get started. Number 1. Lithuania is a member of the European Union and a part of the Schengen area. This means that visitors who have a Schengen visa can freely travel in and out of Lithuania while their visa is valid. Citizens of countries belonging to the Schengen visa-free regime can enter any member country of the area for tourism or business purposes. However, it's important to know that the visa-free regime has a limit of 90 days during any 180-day period, so you can't just fly out and fly back in on the same day. Number 2. Not all EU countries have adopted the euro as their currency. Just look at Poland, Hungary, and the Czech Republic as examples. However, Lithuania is not one of these exceptions. In fact, the country adopted the euro in 2015. Number 3. Lithuanians drive on the right-hand side of the road, just like in Canada or the United States. While many rules of the road are similar, there are a few differences you'll need to research before getting behind the wheel of a car here. Number 4. Lithuania is a member of Nato. It was a long process, but the Baltic country finally became a member of the military alliance in 2004. This provides it with additional security and reassurance against the threat of Russian aggression. Number 5. In case it wasn't obvious, Lithuanians speak the Lithuanian language. It's often regarded as one of the oldest spoken languages in the world, and, with its Indo-European roots, has many words that are actually similar to Sanskrit.
Can you read that? Kamuolys.
Kamuolys.
Say it fast.
Kamuolys.
Good job.
Ball.
I can't even say that, so. Šešios žąsys su šešiais žąsyčiais.
One more time.
Šešios žąsys su šešiais žąsyčiais.
Šešios žąsys su šešiais žąsyčiais.
Žąsys. Gerai, man tinka.
Number 6. While Lithuanians speak Lithuanian, many speak more than this one language. Older people speak Russian, while younger generations are more likely to speak English. Number 7. Lithuania was occupied by the Soviet Union from 1940 to 1990. This is why many older people speak Russian, since they were forced to learn the language in school. The Soviet occupation and its authoritarian style of ruling is also the reason why many Lithuanians have been actively trying to distance themselves from the Russian language and culture in recent decades. Number 8. The capital of Lithuania, and the city you're most likely flying into, is Vilnius. This city is relatively small, with roughly 550,000 residents. Comparing it to cities in the United States, it's close in size to Albuquerque, New Mexico, or Baltimore, Maryland. Number 9. The other two large cities in Lithuania are Kaunas and Klaipėda. Kaunas has about 300,000 residents, while Klaipėda has a population of roughly 150,000. Number 10. There's a fierce and long-standing rivalry between the cities of Vilnius and Kaunas, and many people like to compare and contrast the two cities. But this rivalry is mainly seen with the competition between the two basketball teams. Number 11. Speaking of basketball, this is Lithuania's national sport. However, it's better known as Lithuania's second religion. Lithuanians love basketball, and you'll find some of the most passionate fans of the game in this country. Number 12. Lithuania is known as one of the 3 Baltic nations. The other 2 countries which make up the Baltics are Latvia and Estonia. Of these countries, Lithuania is the largest and has the highest population. And number 13, with part of its territory along the Baltic Sea, Lithuania has a beautiful and mostly sandy coastline. During the summer, the town of Palanga is the go-to spot for Lithuanians looking for a beach vacation within their own country. Number 14, Lithuania actually shares a border with Russia, but not in the way that you'd expect. Rather than bordering the Russian mainland, Lithuania is next to the Russian exclave territory of Kaliningrad, a region that was seized during the Second World War, which was previously part of German Prussia. And finally, number 15, Lithuanians have a reputation for being reserved. However, if you need help, most Lithuanians will be more than happy to assist you. So there's your short introduction to Lithuania as a country. It's definitely worth visiting and a great place to spend some time. If you found this video informative and useful, please consider clicking that like button and maybe even subscribing. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.